Okay. You're good.
Okay, welcome council. This nice, hot, humid day. So it's going to be a very brief council meeting. So I'll call the meeting to order. And the first thing we have is the land acknowledgement statement. I'll just read that out. Augusta Township acknowledges that we live and work on ancestral territories of the indigenous people. The township recognizes all indigenous peoples and honors their past, present, and future. The township values and respects their cultural heritages and relationship to the land. Next, we have the approval of the agenda. And it's moved by Deputy Mayor Winans, seconded by Councillor Pate. Be resolved the agenda for June 18th, 2024 be adopted. Is there any changes or additions? Okay, I'll call the question. All in favor? Carried. Disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof. Does anybody have anything to report? See nothing? Okay, we'll go on to staff reports. Administration and Finance, and our first report is 2024-073, the bank loan agreement. And I'll turn that over to the, well, first I better read the resolution. Moved by Councillor Page, seconded by Deputy Mayor Winans. Be resolved, the Township of Augusta enters a bank loan agreement with the Royal Bank of Canada for the purpose of purchasing land described as South Parcel 20 acres, Part Lot 5, Concession 1 Augusta, and North Parcel 57 acres, Part Lot 5, Concession 1 Augusta, for a total of 77 acres. And that the mayor and the CAO are hereby authorized to execute the loan agreement with the Royal Bank of Canada in the amount of $2,185,000 at the rate of 4.86%, a 20-year amortization, a 5-year term. So we'll open up for discussion, but I'll ask the CEO to start off.
Great, thank you, Mayor and Council. So as Council will recall, back in 2021, there was an economic development strategy that was completed in partnership with the town of Prescott. And basically what that report entailed was the supporting residential, commercial, and industrial development within the area. Back on February of 2024, Council decided to purchase the property from Corey Arcan of 77 acres. So it's divided into 2 parcels. North parcel is about 55 acres, and then the other parcel is 22 acres. The plan would be is to look at doing a mix of development, residential, commercial, and some light industrial. Based on that, we have agreed to the price of the $2,185,000. We did go back and forth with Mark and myself, the treasurer, about what option for a loan would be better, whether it's through Infrastructure Ontario or the Royal Bank. There's pros and cons to both. Of course, Infrastructure Ontario at times would have a lower interest rate. But once you're locked in for 20 years, you're locked in. You cannot pay it out early. So what you would pay in interest over that term of that 20 years would be a lot more than going through the Royal Bank, where, you know, we're working on some projects right now that might, you know, hopefully in the next few months or even the next year, bring in some additional cash flow that we can look at maybe paying this off. That gives us the ability to pay it off whenever we want. For council's information, if I look at the interest rates right now, the Infrastructure Ontario rate that I printed off yesterday, a 20-year loan was 4.62% for 20 years. I know in the report right now it says 4.86, and I'll let the clerk decide how she wants to do it. But that rate will change based on when the funds are transferred. So as of next Monday, the 24th, that rate could change. Right now, in talking with the bank this morning, the rate actually is 4.58% if we were to loan the money today. So it's actually even lower than Infrastructure Ontario. So this gives us the ability to pay it off whenever we want, pay a lot less interest. This does go against our debt repayment limit that the province sets every year. We still have enough money available down the road. If we need to borrow more money, we have that ability. So what that will happen is The mayor and I will sign the agreement, the loan agreement. The funds will be transferred on Monday. Whatever the interest rate, the cost of borrowing is on that day will be the rate that we are charged. So my hope is that that number might go down even a little bit more and our debt payments will be a lot less. So funds will be transferred on Monday and then the lawyers will take care of finalizing everything. As part of our due diligence, we have done some consulting work with Past Recovery, the archaeological study. We're still waiting for the final report, but everything has come back that there's a little bit of pottery and stuff there, but did not meet thresholds, so that looks good. The environmental assessment, we did a phase 1 and phase 2. There was some, just based on years of spraying and stuff like that, there was some chemicals within the soil, did not meet any thresholds. So those are good. The only thing that we're waiting on right now, which might have a small impact on the property, is the noise and vibration study. Based on what the noise and vibration study, it just might mean is that our setbacks might have to be larger, which means our footprint for development could be a little bit smaller. But we won't know that for a couple of months. So the whole reason about kind of moving this a little bit further ahead was because of the capital tax gains that the federal government has imposed. The seller really wants to hopefully try and beat the federal government in getting this done. And we felt that we already had enough of our due diligence done to satisfy the requirements. So certainly more than happy to answer any questions that council might have on this, but reason getting this done today is that, well, 24th it has to close, so it's before the next council meeting. So more than happy to answer any questions.
Members have any questions? Nobody? Again, it's great news. It's something we've been working on since last fall. So, I don't know, we're all excited that things are going to happen with that property, and will work out to the benefit of Augusta Township and Prescott too. So, all right. If not, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Oh, sorry, Your Worship.
Sorry. Go ahead.
So I don't, do we want to change the resolution to reflect more general, like at the
Rate on
current
closing date?
RBC loan rate at
Rate
the
on-
date of signing?
Yeah, something like that I think might be better. Annette, I know in the bylaw it says 4.86,
Yeah,
which was
I'd like
the,
to change.
I think it said current interest rate was 4.86 in the bylaw. I'm just wondering for the resolution, might have to just put as of the date of signing.
So you don't think we need to change the bylaw? 'Cause it
I don't
said
think so.
currently?
Yeah, currently 4.86, and that's how it was done with
Yeah,
the fire hall one was
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
I think as long as the resolution says at the date of signing, then
Okay.
I'll leave that up to you.
so if, so I'll read what it would say,
Yep.
just.
That's fine.
So the amount, 2.185 million at the rate, or sorry, at the current RBC loan rate at date of signing.
Actually, the bylaw specifically says it shall be the RBC rate in effect upon the date the loan is finalized, currently 4.86 per annum. So you can even take that whole line right out of there.
Yeah.
And put it in the resolution.
Okay. Okay, just that. So make sure that I'm doing it properly. Okay.
I guess the other thing I guess I'll add, Mayor, too, while that's doing that is this property, we have been in discussions with Prescott, so this property will be service land. that we'll be working in partnership with Prescott on, so.
Okay, well, I'll read the second paragraph. The first paragraph stands that the mayor and CAO are hereby authorized to execute a loan agreement with the Royal Bank of Canada in the amount of $2,185,000 at the RBC rate in effect upon the date of the loan is finalized. You want to leave that?
20 year is still, yes, it's still 20 years.
Still 20 year.
Yep, still the same terms and stuff like that, yep.
All right, so all in favor? Carried, thank you. Okay, bylaws. Moved by Deputy Mayor Wyans, seconded by Councilor Pate, be resolved that bylaw number 3720-2024 being a bylaw to authorize a municipal funding agreement for the transfer of the Canada Community Building Funds between the Association of Municipalities of Ontario, AMO, and the Corporation of Township of Augusta be read a first time, second time, and third time, and be enacted as read. Any discussion on that? Anybody? Call the question, all in favor? Carried. Moved by Councillor Henry, seconded by Councillor Pate, be resolved that bylaw number 3721-2024 being a bylaw to authorize a bank loan agreement with the Royal Bank of Canada be read a first time, second time, third time, and be enacted as read. Any comments, questions? I'll call the question, all in favor? Carried, thank you. Okay, so any questions from the press? I see no press. I don't think there's any public. Okay, so we'll have the confirmation bylaw. Moved by Councillor Page, seconded by Councillor Henry. Be resolved that bylaw number 3722-2024 confirm the proceedings of Council of the Township of Augusta at its meeting held on June 18, 2024. Be read a first time, second time, third time, being enacted as read. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. And moved by Councillor Henry, seconded by Councillor Pate, be resolved this council do now adjourn at 3:45 p.m. until June 24th, 2024 at 6 p.m. or the call of the mayor subject to need. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming in.
This is when the whole party starts.
No.